Hello and welcome to the Money Queen podcast. I am Alex Nicolaitis, the Money Queen. I'm here to unite the masculine and feminine energetics of money and invite you in joining me to break the stigma of we don't talk about money here. I will deliver the loving bitch slaps that you need in your business to elevate you as a leader and support you to that next level and welcoming in the wealthiest version of yourself. With over 13 years in the accounting and bookkeeping industry, I utilize the support of the masculine in systems, structure, support, and ATO compliance, combined with the feminine of the energetics of mentoring, guiding, getting really curious, and allowing ourselves to be open to receiving and holding space for queens like yourself who are committed to forming a healthy relationship with money. So hit that subscribe button, leave me a rating, and I cannot wait to have you by my side as we raise the feminine collective and create true generational wealth and change. Welcome to episode 4 of the Money Queen podcast. What we are talking about today is why you need to have money dates in your world and what I do with mine. Now, if you are new to my world, you're like, what on earth is a money date? It is a ritual. It is a habit that I have in my world that I have had for probably about the last 18 months. And it's something that I teach my clients. And it has been pivotal in allowing them to form a different relationship with money, a healthier relationship with money. So what are they exactly? It opens up the communication lines with money. It opens up your relationship with money. It opens you up to literally having a fucking conversation with money. Now, let's look about your relationship with money in a love relationship context, because everyone can resonate with this. When you are in a love relationship and you are not getting what you want, not getting what you want to receive in there, you're not getting the experience that you want, you're desiring more, and you get angry, you get frustrated, you get upset. You are like, why can't I have more? I just don't get it. I'm confused right now. And all these emotions bubble up. What do you do in that situation in a love relationship? You can run away, which the problem still comes up. It just comes up in a different form, right? Same dick, different guy. Well, the other way around. Different dick, same guy, right? And then, or your other option is to lean into the discomfort, to have that conversation with your partner, to get curious about what's actually happening for you in this moment to your partner, and sharing them, what's my truth in this matter? How am I showing up to this relationship with you, so that you can actually meet each other and move through it together, as opposed to clashing or running away and getting, as I said, same outcome, different context. So let's now put this into the money context. If you are not having a conversation with money, if you are getting frustrated that you don't have enough, if you are getting annoyed that you are putting all the affirmations out there in the world, but then nothing's actualizing, having a look at, well, what role am I playing in this? Am I putting these manifestations out there and writing in a journal every single day? I'm cultivating $1 million in my world. I am, creating this $1 million business. I am doing X, Y, and Z. I'm imagining myself in the white picket fence in the house, overlooking the river, whatever that looks like for you, but you're not doing anything about it. If you're not taking actions towards making that a reality in your world, that's the missing piece, right? That is the missing piece. If you are wanting things in your world, but not doing anything about it, it's manifest action in my world, not manifestation. It's manifest action, because you need to do the things. You need to embody the woman to actually get the outcome that you desire. So let's look at that relationship with money. If you are constantly avoiding it when you're getting angry, if you are like, no, it's all right. I didn't actually want that. I didn't actually want the white picket fence. I didn't actually want the $1 million business. I didn't actually want the beautiful chair that I'm sitting in right now. Oh my God. If you are watching YouTube, or if you have been on my socials at all in the last couple of weeks, you know about what I'm talking about. The chair that I'm sitting in right now, it is a beautiful fucking chair. We will talk about that later. But if you push down your desires, You are rejecting part of yourself. You are rejecting what you actually want. You are saying no to your desires and literally running away from money. So no wonder if that's your current pattern, or if that's what you have been doing in the past, and you're sitting there with anger, frustration, confusion of going, why are these things not in my world already? Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that relationship. Are you actually running away from it and still have that expectation that it's still going to come into your world somehow, but I'm not going to do anything about it? That's the reason why. With introducing these money dates, it's literally having a conversation with it. So the process that I follow is, now you can tailor this to whatever suits you and your needs and what feels true for you, is first thing that I do is I get a Palo Santo stick, piece of wood. It's like sage essentially. And what that is meant to do is to like cleanse out any negative energy and negative vibrations in your space. So I literally cleanse my apartment, more specifically my office space. And I have a money shrine, which I will talk about in another episode. And I cleanse it. And whilst I'm cleansing this, again, if you're watching YouTube, you can see me move my hands. And I cleanse it and I say some affirmations, like when I'm cleaning my office, for instance, it's, when I look at this screen, I make money. When I type on this keyboard, it attracts ideal clients into my world. When I move this mouse, it's moved with intention to magnify my audience. When I am then cleansing my body, I'm like, whatever is in my body right now that is no longer mine, I'm returning to sender with consciousness attached. Any energy, any field that is penetrating my body right now that is not true and authentic in alignment with what I desire and with where I'm moving forward to, you now can leave. Then I go to my money shrine and I cleanse it and I say to it, thank you for everything that you've brought into my world this week. And I list all of the positive things that have come into my world this week because of money, because of the actions that I'm taking, because I am in love with money, and because money loves me. And then I have a conversation with it to say, how did I feel restricted by you this week? And I lean into that. I get specific. If I noticed myself wanting a coffee, for instance, on Wednesday morning, and I was like, oh, do I want the coffee or do I need the coffee, or do I actually love coffee? And I get to say yes to this right now. What was my outcome? If I chose no from a place of fear and scarcity, because I'm like, oh, I've already had 3 coffees this week already, and it's like not particularly in my budget. And no, I shouldn't. Saying no to my desires, right? And the ripple effect is saying no to my desires. If you really desire a coffee, that ripple effect is larger. It creates a larger shift in your world to be like, if you're saying no to a $5 coffee, but you actually fucking love coffee, have the fucking coffee, queen. Have the damn coffee. Because what that is saying to the universe is, I'm saying no to my desires. I don't actually want the $1 million business. I don't want the white picket fence. And it's easy for me to push that down because I've pushed down this coffee right now. What are the micro moments that happen in your world that end up in macro effects? That is an example of that. Micro coffee, macro house. Or micro coffee, macro dream partner. Doesn't need to be tangible things. You can use this interchangeably with anything in your world. If you are listening to this episode and are picking up what I'm putting down and are ready to unpack and elevate your money story, then pop over to my website and see the money coaching package that is calling your name. Find out for yourself why I have been called the money queen that everyone needs in their life. After working with me, my clients are reclaiming their power in their business, and this has seen them bring hundreds of thousands of dollars into their businesses after having me on board their team. Are you ready to expand? Then let's fucking go, queen. Book in a call with me on my website, which is alexunscripted.com, to show the universe that you are here for everything that you fucking desire and you are taking action. Have a conversation with it to say thank you for what it brought into my world this week. Have a conversation with money to say, what constrictions did you bring into my world this week? Have a conversation with it to say, what do I need to forgive to you right now this week? Did I share some anger towards you? Did I give you some frustration this week? What emotions came up for me this week in relationship to you? Because what happens with that? You are getting true. You're getting connected with all of your truth. You are sharing your truth. You are getting that out of your body. That is somatic work to allow that to be released from your body. And then the final thing that I do in having a conversation with my money shrine is to set my intention for the next week, the next 7 days. I don't know if I said this, but I do this on first thing on Monday morning, right? To set the intention for the next week. So setting my intention for the next 7 days, looking at my calendar to be like, okay, I know what's happening in my world. I know what my plan is for the week. And what is that in relationship to my money world? If I've got ideal clients coming into my world and I've got, 2 client meetings, for instance, I call forward who needs to be in my world to support me, to support them, so that we can connect on the right vibrational scale for them to say a full-bodied fuck yes to working with me. For them to be able to feel comfortable on that call, for them to open up and share with me their money traumas so that I can help them, so that I can create generational shift, so that they can create generational shift, so that we can continue this conversation and break this tabooness around we can't talk about money here. Right? What are my intentions with money in the next 7 days? How am I going to treat you? How do I intend to treat you? What things would I love for you to bring in my world? Have that conversation. We go backwards with how did I treat you? We accept our full truth. We look at the positives. We look at the negatives. We show up with our fullest selves, our fullest truths, and then set the intentions for the next week. So that is my money, or actually one extra thing. So that's my sage cleanse. I have the conversation with money. And then for the business side of things, I go onto my Xero file and I literally reconcile every item. What receipts I needed to enter in, I upload those. If I haven't already, I reconcile everything. I check with myself. Any invoices that I need to raise those. Are there any follow-ups that I need to do that? Are there any check-ins that I need to do with clients to bring money into my world, to bring abundance, to bring a wealth into my world? Do that. So I'm hygienically cleaning my money world and having that conversation with it. I'm building a relationship with it. Because I guarantee you, 10 out of 10 clients that have come into my world do not have a conversation with money because it sounds silly. Yeah, of course it fucking sounds silly. But if you want a different outcome, you need to do something different. That's a definition of insanity, of doing the same thing and expecting different results. So whilst it may sound silly and it's unusual and you've not done it before, if you don't have the outcome that you desire, you actually have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Because bring it back into the dating context, when you lean into that discomfortable conversation, when you lean into speaking your full truth, when you allow yourself to fully be seen by your partner, they're like, I didn't realize what was happening for you. Thank you for showing me your full truth. Thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for allowing yourself to be fully seen, heard, and felt. Now I get to meet you here and we get to rise together in this beautiful, healthy relationship together because you've pulled those walls down. And now we can rise together. Same with money. We have these walls up with it because of how we were raised, that it's greedy to have money. I don't want to raise my prices because I'll be seen as filthy rich and greedy and all of the society, like the Disney shows and all those sorts of social context. And you think about The Simpsons, for instance, the Mr. Burns, the guy with the big nose and owns the oil plant or something. He is portrayed as the evil person, the devil, we don't want to be like him because he's wealthy. And there are so many other shows in society that we have been raised with, where all of the evil people in these movies they're always the wealthy ones. So it's no wonder we don't want to have a conversation with it, because it's like, if I have more than I need, if I have more than enough just to get by, I'll be that devil. I'll be that evil person. I'll be the one that people speak ill of. Staying poor will not make you more pure. If you have more money and wealth abundance in your world, it's actually easier to make more impact. If that's your desire to create impact, it's easier with more resources available to you. It's not to say that you can't make more impact. You absolutely can. But if you increase your prices, if you claim your worth, if you get solid in what your worth actually is and charge that and be solid in that. So I invite you to trying out having a money date in your world and seeing what shifts for you. As a quick recap, what I do: Palo Santo cleanse, my office, anywhere that you have income generating places in your world, sage that. And if you go into an office to work, fuck it. Fuck what people think. Take your Palo Santo, stick there, and cleanse the space. Be different. Allow yourself to seek discomfort. Be different. Create a money shrine. Episode coming. Cleanse your money shrine. Have that conversation with money. Clean up your zero file. Clean up your finances. Get that hygiene in a beautiful, healthy way. And see how your world shifts. Do that every week. Commit to consistency. Thank you, Queen, for saying yes to your yes in listening to this episode and being a part of raising the feminine collective one conversation at a time. Remember to share this episode with your business besties and join me in breaking the tabooness around having money conversations. As always, if you have enjoyed this episode, please rate, subscribe, and share this on your social media, remembering to tag me in it to help this conversation go further, which creates a bigger ripple effect.